And welcome back here to Umhausen, Austria. And we're now in the final of the men's race, and we had a fairly good first run, top three, of course, coming in, and it splitting the top two. We're looking at zero point 0.2 of a second, top three 0.4 of a second. So there's very little in it, and of course we've got the guys at the top there, Patrick Pignetter, Alex Gruber and Thomas Kamelander leading the way from Austria. All in the 112s, just outside Michael Scheichel, the current and newly crowned World Cup champion. He was a 1:13.02, so he's 0.57 behind. So in theory, still in touch, and certainly in touch for a podium position, literally just over a tenth outside the podium there from Patrick Pignetter. Gruber, though, the current world champion, for 4 years, the last 4 years, he's been the world champion. So he really could be the upset man, only 0.2 behind Claire.
Yeah, it was fantastic racing. Umhausen has brought it to us this weekend for sure. The ladies was exciting, the doubles was exciting, and the males sure looks to be for another exciting race. -8 at the moment over in Umhausen, 2 degrees over here in Lincolnshire in the UK. So they've got the freezing temperatures there. -17, I believe the lows were. So
this morning, getting a little bit warmer there for the guys. Only 26 make it through to the final run. So qualifying up first is Luka Novavic.
If you didn't see there, so they just showed a really good diagram of the track. So 955 meters with 8 curves, bends, or corners, whichever you would like to call them. It's a brilliant track. It's definitely got some great action. It shows the camera angles being shown, the speed and the gradient of the track as well, and just showing what the sport is all about.
Yeah, I think the Luka Novakovic being the only Serbian to make it through. So,
yep, you're correct, Eddie. He did a 1:21.30. So just see on the right-hand side of your screen there, then, this is a combined time from the first run today to the second run today. And this will determine our podium winners.
A really tight line there on the outside where he wants to be, though, so it set him up for the next bit. But I'm just looking at his time there,
1:21.30 in the first run.
Gets himself more in a comfortable position. That part of the track at the top there, it sort of comes round and pushes you over to the left, but you need to be on the right for this corner. So it's one of them, once you steer with your feet into the right position, and yeah, your whole focus is on the corners coming up, the tight combinations. So Luka safely down, and that's his runs done for the year.
1:24, I think that was, Eddie, combined time with 2:41.94.
Yeah, you can read my screen there, Claire. Well done.
Just trying to.
Yeah, Thomas Haskik up next for Czech.
Yeah, Thomas Haskik then. He did a 1:20.64 on his first run. Yeah, in the doubles, as we said prior as well. So he's had some ice time on this track.
Yeah, a little bit off his teammate over second there, but he'll be trying to close that gap this time. He had a bit of a howler actually in his first run. I think the transition from doubles to singles has caught him out ever so slightly. The doubles, although you've got to put a lot more effort in as the driver, of course, the steels are slightly different angle, 40 degrees opposed to 45 that these sleds have, and that seems to have just sort of played up on Thomas there. A little bit of problems in the first run. This is looking slightly better though. He looks a lot more in control, like he's been doing this track enough. He should know it well enough.
Yeah, he's also, Eddie, Haskik is responsible for the natural track area at his home club in Dukla. So good, he's keeping his country in and trying to get obviously newcomers up and going.
Yeah, obviously there always is a real campaigner in every country that keeps the sports going. But some really good slow-mos there. You'd see there the ice just catching and it going on to one coffin, and he had to work hard to get it back on track. So good input this, and he's sliding into first position, holds his spot. Hopefully, better run than last time.
A 1:19.49, so just beating his other time there.
Yeah.
So 2:40.13 overall. Next up then, Simon Jan Madek from Poland, a 1:20.61 on his first run.
Another great name, isn't it, really? It's a bit of a mouthful for us to say, but...
yeah, looking good then, our first Polish sider track. So we've got quite a good contingent of Polish out this year, not as many as usual. In fact, I think he's the only one actually going to be sliding right now.
Just trying to go down qualified and just looking through,
yeah.
So top pole for this World Championships, and looked fairly good on the first run. You see him there, lots of confidence, just uses his body as he slides through that combination. That's down. Lagging a little bit near the Czech rivals in the second
Polish.
split.
Czech rider?
No, he's Polish, but he's lagging behind.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eddie.
Keep up.
We're trying to keep up this morning, Sunday morning. Usually, probably about get-up time this morning.
Yeah. We're an hour behind you here in UK, so we got an earlier start than Europeans, which doesn't suit me. Actually, early starts and cold doesn't suit me, so I don't know how I ever got into Luge, but there you go.
Because it's fast, and you love fast.
The speed, yeah.
Speed and adrenaline, anything like that is where we're at. So
yeah, but not going according to plan here. Back in second position, good half, 0.66 off the pace, and loses slots there over the line.
The 1:20.81 with a 2:41.42 overall.
But I think that just highlights that Thomas Estes had a bit of a howler on his first run.
Up next then, Vid did a 1:25.7 on his first run.
Yeah, Slovenian up and just looking through. Then we've got a few Slovenians still to come. It's another two at least. My start list. So good outing for these guys.
It was good first from the first run. The guys are really bringing it to us today. This is it, the end of the season. No more sliding this year. They'll want to be on top and they'll want to up their game. They want to finish on a high on this season.
And we said earlier, Claire, you can throw a little bit of caution to the wind here because this is the last time out, and it's not like you've another race coming up next week. So for most people, of course, you're not trying to hurt yourself.
On the edge of our seats.
Yeah, 100%, and especially the first couple of trucks were on the edge of the seat, and looking all in control here.
Yeah, still finding himself in second position, so he was good on the first split. He was in first, but he just lost and kept second place in the second and third split.
It's a real tight line in through there. Not necessarily the fastest way through that bit of the track, but again, now you've seen the slow mo seems to hit those corners. Doesn't see him there.
Down that fast, finish straight.
Lost a little bit, so he's pushed back to second.
Over with a 1:90.74, though faster than his first time combined time. There is 2:40.31.
Yeah, Thomas Hesketh's making up for that bad first run, having a better second run. That's pushed him up the order a little bit, so he'll be happier. Not sure that his teammate coming up, I think he's up next, isn't he, Claire? Or
David Riddell is up next.
And David will be looking to stay ahead of his teammate. First time out, he put a 1:19.63, so he needs another good run to stay ahead of his teammate who's leading proceedings.
Yeah, David then did a 1:19.63 on his first run.
Yeah, and safely through there, just watching him, and he's nicely up at the moment, but he needs to maintain that. Of course, he had time in hand all the way through. With 0.78, you would say there's no way he can slip back, but he needs a good, solid run here to stay in this place.
Yeah, he's had a lot of track time as well, a double again with his teammate. Although goes on behind.
Yeah, it's like built chap. It's nicely done there. Being on just seeing all the way through, which is nice. So doing okay. He's up a second, so he's going a bit hot there. Yeah, you can see that really working hard that'll lose a little bit of time for him. Yeah, he just slips back a bit, but he
I've
should
done,
still, with the second in hand, should still stay in front of his teammates and flagging rights on the bar later on.
yeah, I've done a lot of views on this track this weekend.
As here we go, slow mo. And you see there, he really pulled that rein just to get him out of trouble. And of course, that's losing time, but better than an injury.
Yeah, he didn't give up around that corner again, and coming down
Should just
fast,
have
narrow
held it to
straight.
stay in front of his teammate.
Yeah, coming over the line
And
then
does.
with a 1:09.3904, putting him to first position at the moment.
German up next, and he's
Yeah,
did Simon make it?
did a 1:19.58 on his first run.
Give us a couple of dodgy areas though. I think I seem to recall. So let's see that he puts a better run here together. He had a little bit of a mishap, didn't he?
Wile E. Coyote, right?
That's the one, yeah. It does, yeah.
Brakes cutting in there, really on the ice.
On that 90s fluorescent livery, so a little piece of the old school coming back into Luge there. I know Patrick Pignetter has a similar colour, hasn't he? And Alex Gruber runs at the opposite end of the spectrum, but that very bright, orangey reddy.
Yeah.
Tell me something else.
Then the main first position there. Bit of a better run than his run that said Eddie, his first run.
Yeah, he just had a seems not start just as confident as normally would expect. And again, there he holds that a very tight line, a little bit of a nervous run there. It pushes him back to second position. Just these conditions not obviously fair to Simon. Again, look at that, just turns in too early and really hugs that inside of the board. And of course, that's scrubbing off speed for him, and that's going to cost him again. So he'd be lucky here to push into first place. It looks like he's maybe going back a place here.
So really showing you the bounce around of the sled that we get on the natural luge. Just coming over the line there, that fast straight again with a 1.19902398 overall.
Yeah, 4 behind, and yeah, be disappointed he slips back a place, but obviously good slide by David Bidell, pushing him forward.
Up next then, Leonardo de Oliveira Silva with a 1:18.64.
Rivera.
The Oliveira, you were right. So what did I say? Olivia.
You just get too excited. You get my C's there. But, good first outing, but sliding really well. That was nicely done there, all the way out all the boards. Really impressing me, these Brazilian sliders.
Yeah, obviously you see the combined time on the quite so it looks like he's up quite a lot. We did have time in hand when we started this run.
That's it. But yeah, he should slide safely into P1. You can see he's nice and relaxed. Just holds that all the way on, nice, controlled all the way through, and good line through there as well. So really sliding well, steady brakes, nicer line through there, using all the track. Really impressed.
Yeah, he's had a few seasons, as we said before. He's been out. He's definitely showing now his work in his path track.
A little bit tight in there to start with, but gets through safely.
Really good to see a country you might not think about doing the natural luge actually doing really well in the
qualifying as well. You know, put in a 1:18. That's a respect the time. He beat that over the line. I think it is 1:18.2.
Yeah, 1:18.64 on his first run.
So. Yeah, so nearly 4/10 faster. And look at that, smiles. Always smiles anyway. Always a happy-go-lucky sort of chappy. But when your time comes down, that always pleases.
Jerome Alma up next then, our t-shirt man who inspects the track. As I said, I'd like to repeat that because I was right. 1:18.27 on his first run. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, Jerome actually, really good to see that again. He's actually a coach not only helping the coaching out in natural luge, but also in karate.
Oh, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, if you haven't seen it, great Karate Kid. Me and Eddie have just got into that series. It's a fantastic series. The same old characters from the
Karate
film.
Kid.
But yeah,
Ooh, pushes that right to the board and then gets it back. Oh, I'll tell you, he's right. It's not here, really trying hard. See.
yeah, so just touch on that case. He and Chris coached in Tilbury,
Oh,
the
more
development
boards.
team of the International League Federation as an athlete coach. So really good to see. You know, the only Swiss rider here, but great to see.
Pushing really hard here. Of course, it's costing him time as he hits those boards and scrubbing speed off. You don't want to be doing that because, you know, it's the friction against the boards. It just takes it off. You can see there. That's cost him dear, and yeah, he's going to slip back a place, I think, here unless he's done something extraordinary in this last bit. Loses half a second.
With a 1:09 time of 2:37.29.
It wasn't for the one to try in there, you know, and he'll see that second half of the course cost him dear. Half a second slipping right back.
Kenna Blas then up next, the one of a double as well.
Third of our Slovenian Snyder, second of our second of three.
Yeah, did well in his first round of 1:18.17.
Hear that trackside there from many parties with COVID, but it's last that will pop.
Yeah, I think if I was a side though, I'd like that music as well.
That was quick. Do you see that?
Yeah,
and he's up 0.43. Wow, really, really fast into that first corner there. First section. That's good.
McKenna's all looking good on track.
Really nicely taken there every time. Comments. That steering and nicely going through. Control of the brakes there, and yes, slides right the way out, just touches the board, but not too hard, so keeps that speed up. Last, I said Brian as well. Brian, get there. Look good.
Yeah, on track. Does he keep it? Yes, he does. Well held.
The daybreak there, you see floating
over the line there. 1:17.20, much better than his first time. 1:18.17. Fine time there. 2:35.
He made a good run, so hitting the board at the end there was a bit of disappointment, but good run all round. Teammate up next now.
Active. He did a 1:17.82.
Tell. Nice start.
Yeah, finds himself in first position at the first split.
Yeah, really smooth. Keeps in check there. Obviously had that little bit of time in hand, so it's the second split here. We'll see he's having a better run. So far, very similar to his teammate through there. Bit of work to do here to get himself back on track. Very close between him and his teammate. There's only 10ths in it. My screen top 16. So regenerate them.
It's still in second position at the third split, then also paid for at the bottom of the track. We know that things can change. We've seen some upset after the third split.
Yeah, he's really, he had nearly 4/10 in hand, three tenths in hand, I think. Just look it down through. I'm telling you, it's only a 10 between him and Steve. Said earlier on this was going to be really close between the two of them, and of course that rivalry. Don't think he's done enough here though.
Yes, second position, yeah. 1:18.
So yeah, pushes himself right back behind his teammate, and actually 1.17 back. So
yeah,
Blas really pushing in. So he's had a bit of a howler there that second run. Haven't had that 10th going in, so disaster for him.
Next up then, Ivan Lenka, the first of the Lenkos. Marozov is coming up next. 1:17.11 on his first run. Ivan.
Yeah. I just said there, Ivan Masislav up next. Mate, sliding well out here. Let's see the first bit, really up. But of course, he had time in hand on the way in, but he's up 0.95.
He's hugging right to the side of that board there, already going through.
He had a lot of time in hand going into this. These guys are good every time they're out. Of course, we always talk about the trademark here in the singles. Oh, I'll tell you what, that was close.
Really pushing it out there. Well, not only great pictures, but great sound. You can really hear that sled
working. You can. Say these pictures getting us really close to the action, and you could just see every bump in the track, and I'm nearly feeling it here, sat on my bar still. Oh, Claire, do you see that? Yeah. Just pushes it out, but he uses all the track to full effect.
Coming over there with a 117, lower than his first run, but keeps in the first position at this point.
Just wasn't as clean as the last run, but keeps him check there. He would have been trying hard to try and beat his teammate up next, but
Arislav up next. Then he did a 117.10. They're so close. We would say it's got like a cigarette paper in between them.
There's only second between, which is nothing. That is
no. You have a target that will want to beat each other, for sure.
And obviously, his cousin, whoever we established, was trying really hard, and I think that's going to cost him here a good solid run, same run from stuff here should put him into the first place.
Yeah, we're now on our 12th again.
Right, all nice and smooth through there, so no time loss. Seconds, but should made that
right
again, but he's
really trying hard.
Loses a little bit more, but still holds the lead. So this is going to be very close, actually. Just sibling, we'll call it.
I think it is cousin.
Certainly related. Yeah, we think cousin. So we really over the line here. Keeps in check all the way down through, really close, only a 10th in hand. Has he kept it all the way to the line?
Yes, he does. Yeah. Good time of him, 2:34.13.
Tries to do a casual finish, and I think he got away with that. Quick victory sign to us there to say
that could have been quite spectacular. Brian McKenna up next then. Obviously, we've already seen a McKenna go 1:16.84. He was over 2 seconds faster than his brother.
Tonight should stay in this position. It's down to teams for the Austrians. Just a little bit of a shift in the field on this track. So this is the fastest of the rest of the men here, as you would say.
Yeah, just a reminder as well, there's only one race for the championship, World Championship. It happens every 2 years. So this is it. This is what they want to win. It's only one race.
This for me. 2 years, the World Championships, Claire's just said. So it's one hit. Really interesting to see everyone wanting to rank themselves as high up the order as they can. Half a second.
Yeah, this pitch already again. Looking at that sled moving about there. It's just brilliant action, showing us exactly what this is all about.
Working hard there, nicely done there. Really comfortable through the end.
There we go, over the line there with a 1:16. He'll be pleased. He did better his time and himself in first position at this.
Okay, so see first for Austrian sliders, I think, up next, Claire.
Yeah, Christian Schoch with a 1:14.55 in his first run.
By his standards, that was a howler. You could see it in his face. So he'd be wanting to make amends here and at least lay down a good time to cement his place in the Austrian squad. Of course, you've got young ones coming as well. So these guys really always have to stay up on their A game. It's also a very, very high quality team.
Wasn't Christian had not good a very good start? He went off.
Yeah,
and hit
that's
the
right.
board,
That's right.
Well, near close to the board.
Yeah, he was very close. Just again, trying to put that really piece in your setup. You can if you pull too hard on one side or body weight slightly through the sled to the side. Right. This is a better run. This is a lot better run. Christian. Talk to really sort of laid back and chilled guy.
There we go again. He's up to his time even more. 3.48 and the third split.
Smashing it. Say there's a bit of a delta switch from what we've seen to what we're going to see now. These guys just 2 seconds over the field. They've just got that. Here. Look at that text. Perfect there, Claire, on the exit and goes over the line.
Yeah, the 1:15.
You lost the tail end there a bit, I think, and he just gives a bit of a smile. Not his day, don't know, this season just has just steadily got a little bit worse for Christian, but
Fabian Brunner up
good
next.
to see him smiling.
Yeah, maybe not first the Italians, a lot of Italians to come after him. A 1:14.33 on his first run.
Excellent first Italian on this final run. You know, I'm going to say it, up the green sled.
Yeah, green sled with
kind of goes well with the ice blue.
With a frozen blue, as we're calling it from Disney.
Yeah, and up in the first split, so as we kind of expected here. Fabian looking good here, looking very comfortable. First run out, you said, Claire, 1:14.33. Second Christian Schoch seemed to have more problems, so something push himself ahead. Yeah, and he does. He gets it back in touch, and on the third split, puts himself back into the first position, the 10th. Let's see if he can hold that to the finish.
Those shots going through there are just fantastic. Really great camera angle. Watching that sled roll.
There's still the speed these guys are doing all the way down through, but very fast flowing track here.
1:14.988 first time. 2:29.31 over the line.
And just the air, he's happy enough. He's down nice and safe. His campaign done for today.
Yeah, Luge up next from Russia. 1:14.31 on his first run.
Yeah, Yuri had a good first run. He held first place for a long time. His teammate the top step there.
Yuri actually ran first, didn't he?
Yeah,
and he held that time, as you say, for a big time. Not too far down. Comes in second at the first split.
Yeah, only 100th though off, so that's going to be really close. So, going to be working hard here. He had a really good first run though. We said that he was in the 1:13s, I believe. Held time, 2 minutes up the second split, so just pushing slightly ahead. This is going to be very close between him and Fabian. The Italian that's just gone before him, oh yeah, up 0.44 in the third split, so going really well here. Yuri's doing a good job. Look okay through there. You can see him really use that sled to get through the corner here at Biden. Big tall fella, well over 6 foot, must be about 6'4". Maybe even tall. He's very tall.
There we go, just coming over the line now. Then time of 1:14.01. His completion that 2:28.32 over the line.
Yeah, I'll just hundreds off dipping in below 14s, and he'll be going, typical. But good effort. His teammate up next.
Stanislav up next, 1:14:30.
Jacques, best pronunciation. Russian. Start usually pretty good through the starts. First, looks good through this first combination. Lies back. Always looks like he doesn't need that touch, you know. And yeah, just didn't get out of the blocks as cleanly as he normally does. 500s behind, but he should make up some time here. Looking very focused there. Entry into the corner, you can see that really nicely dialed in there. Just over into the leg. Seconds back. There might cost a little bit of time, but let's just see here. Nice exit there though, and yeah, cost him that second bit. It just looked like he slowed too tight a line at the second combination. Just cost him a little bit of time. Back. Spotted it, and time tells me the same thing. So yeah, just slow mo showing us here. It just into a little bit too tight. The previous one actually to that it was, but anyhow, has he made any time up on the third?
No, dropped in second. Let's see when he crosses the line. No second position. 1:14.58. He will not be pleased with that. Drops him back a place. 2:28.88.
Showing us from fourth. Yeah, goes back up. Yeah, as we thought. His teammate Yuri Talek still topping the timesheet. So having a good championships for Yuri.
Yeah, here we go then, coming up into our top hitters now. Florian Clara already won the doubles here, finds himself obviously a bit further back than we would see him, I think, but great caliber.
Times doubles world champion, so certainly chance. He's going to have to do something to stay in this position. We put in such a smashing time. I think you said it already, 14.24. 14.24 to beat, but already looking good and up by slightly over the 10 here, 0.13. Always looks good. You can never really fault him on the way down. It's you really have to just go off the timing. The Italian slider, and always looks very confident. So here said last time, give him a little bit more. He's obviously listening to me, and still up on the third split, losing out a little bit by 700s. This first split time, still stay in touch here, all the way down through and push the Russian Yuri Talek back to second position. He's going to have to keep it all together. Last time out, it was the last sector that it didn't go well for. He put that this time.
There, let's watch as he comes over the line. There we go, 1:14.25.
Yeah. For him, we don't see it's really tough, and he's going to have to do his homework here at Umhausen, because that's 2 runs that it's cost him dear there.
Next thing, Gregory booking. Gregory did a 1:14.05.
I've seen on Facebook Gregory's patients into some sort of fighting. Looked like, I'd say cage fighting, but it might
wrestling.
Might have been wrestling.
I said, spiders coming down there, Eddie. Where we're at. Can't wait.
Sharp end, and actually Gregory had a bit. You see him really pushed hard out at the start, and the sled was going all over the place. But look at the time up at the first split. Gregory, known for fast starts, and big strong man, pushes hard off the line. You've seen him squirm, but kept pushing going, which is good. So, see Gregory slide in first position here. Earn a mistake to here with entry there. Right out, gets that exit speed with 0.61. Who's time there? Back to the tense that he had in hand. Baz Lloyd, just giving you a shout out there, just seeing a message coming in from you.
There we go, just as we watch him come over the line. Has he kept that first position? I would assume he would. Yes, he does. A 1:30.87, a better time than his time though previously. Into the 1:13s, it was 1:14.
Yeah, just a little bit of time in the top of the track there, but gets into first position.
He's going to be pleased with that. Next up then, we have Fabian Archreiner. Fabian did a 1:13.79. He was obviously the 7 that were in the 30s. So we'd expect to see him go quicker.
Yeah, Fabian had a good first run, but he'd be looking to better that. Yeah, Baz Lloyd Baz the bench championships as he was looking for things to put in play to them, but maybe next year we have bench championships. That obviously some hijinks after the races where track sometimes gets used a little bit of fun and frolics, but here on track we're looking at Fabian and seeing safely in first position, looking really super smooth out there. Mistake, as we've seen there in the section, there's a point in the track that we can see. It's pretty tricky. There's a little combination bit you've got to snap through, and you've got to get it right. I think today, so let's see if Fabian can get that all together.
Yeah, he remains in first position, 0.25 up then at the third split. And again, as I said, somewhere we can't see on the track that things have gone wrong, slowed them down. Pushing right out to the corner there as we see him coming down the finish straight over the line with a 1:38.2, leaving him in first position for 2:27.61.
Yeah, dipping into those
yeah, but he
1:13s. Say we've only got three men in the 1:12, so
he didn't beat his time though with his run this morning. He was off that time, so he wanted to have beaten that.
It's Stando on the top step for now, and of course now the fast Russians, I believe.
Alexander Igrov, he did a slipstream run of a 1:13.70 on his first run this morning. Seems such a long time ago.
Top 6, Claire, top 6. So this is the 6th place at the moment, and it's going to be a big answer as well. So, yeah, he's doing everything right though. Up at the first split, of course, he had that time in hand. So it's the second split here that we're looking to see how things are going for Russian fastest of the Russians. Alexander looking good so far. Keeps a tight line there. Uses all the track. 600 behind. Said he'd have to stay. So Fabian, going to be tough work for him here. Keep this momentum all the way down through. Losing, that's what you tend to find. It's run not going according to plan. Conditions out there good, so just putting the run together doesn't seem to be working for him. I'd say the conditions were very, very lucky over the last 2 days, Claire. The conditions here really, really super cool. Of course, this being cancelled back a week because of warm temperatures, and now it's super cold.
Has he made any up?
Still second.
Yeah, second position there with a 1:14.13, a time of 2:27.83 prime time.
Yeah, wave to the camera, but he'd be disappointed with that. Of course, now into the top 5. Federer up next. So Fabian gets to stand on that top for a little while longer. Federer.
Here we go.
13, was it 5?
1:13.52. Here we go then, Mum. He's got your favourite colour helmet on as well, a yellow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's
my mum's favourite.
All the tick boxes there for Sarah Sides down in Wellington and England.
Yeah, top 5. Basically, anything could happen as we've seen on this track. Look at him.
Gnarly colour as well. Like the super cool sleds on there. It's almost a jadey, greeny. Correct me, because my colour perception always seems to go a little bit off.
Yeah, cool as most Italians are, right?
Yeah, well, they work hard at it.
They work hard. Look at him then, he's
of the seconds this track. Really lots of time in hand there all the way through.
Still making up further time, 0.62 ahead then at the third split.
It's a little bit wide there, so that might cost him a little bit of time. Let's just see there. This happened to him last time, Claire. He was up on all the splits and then he got the line and just sort of lost out. Didn't see, but the usual track should stay in first position here, but it's going to be close. Lost a bit of time. There you go, Claire.
Yeah. Also slower than his first run, but leaves him in first position at the moment with 2.2736.
Yeah, he's shaking his head happy with that, but he knows he made a little mistake at the top there. I think he was more happy to have got away with it and still maintain his position, because at this end of the spectrum, it's pretty tough to stay there.
Then Eddie, Michael Scheichel up next, 1:13.02.
Yeah, just outside 0.57, but still in touch with the podium position. Not sure he's got enough in the locker today for the win over his teammate Amalander, but certainly he could push himself onto the podium. He is only the podium, so good. Again, he's in touch for the win all the way down through all to the third split and lost it in a section we didn't see. So again, as we'd expect, it's leading the proceedings here, but really it's the people coming in front of him we need to watch the split times. To upset, get onto that podium. Of course, he's got Patrick who's up into the mix. He has to have an absolute blister run here to get himself on that podium. Of course, he's sitting at P1 at the moment. Really super fast men to go. This is going to be really, really tough. Third split, he's still up 0.54. You didn't get it on your screens there, but I can tell you our telemetry. So we've seen that this last bit that we didn't see. It has to get all right. So he hasn't had the same issues going over. So yeah, that's
into the 112, so he's really super tough that one.
That's what he had to do.
2.2589
It's going to be tough to hold on to the podium position for him, but next up is the current doubles world champion, newly crowned Patrick Pink. So this guy has got over 15 titles. I think he's on 16. I was trying to work it out this morning in bed, but something that's not strong. So with but yeah, only 3 men to go.
He's up on the. That's unusual. I was just about to say the trademark where he doesn't normally
700. But of course, he had 2 tenths Scheichel into this, so you would expect him to be up here, but it's the rest of the track. Scheichel had an absolutely best response. It's the second split that we see. So this is good for to stay on the podium, and he's to stay on the podium and keep this up. Not sure he's got enough to trouble the top 2 guys, but he's 2 tenths of his teammate, Alex Gruber, and he's certainly laying down everything he's got on this run. Still maintains that third split, 0.37, so look good. Slide to the 112s. Looks like he's on target to do the same. He's on the track. Look at that, just tucking in tight over the line.
Again, 112.86. First track. 2.2572 over the line.
Scheichel back in the second position at this stage, and
so close though, Eddie. Look at that.
Definite third place for him with 2 men to go. Scheichel done all he could, and yeah, he knows that's about him going to be pushed off, and he walks away. But hey, good season for him. He can't be disappointed, and it'll certainly be a 4th place now. This is the only man that can upset. He's the current world champion, but the Iceman, as I call him, Amalander, hasn't been beaten in a long, long time. Currently, 2 tenths behind here, Amalander. So he's a super quick run. up in the first split, but he already had those 2/10 in hand, but he also gains another 300ths of a second over Patrick Pignetter. So going well at this stage. It's a really good start for the Italian Scribber. Not losing tenths. So this is going to be really tricky for him here. Let's look at the third split.
Yes, he's getting a bit back again.
He's got a bit back here, but he needs another 2/10. He needs to find time. They don't the first run, but he's an absolute mind-blowing run this time. He's going to retain his championship. Just got to watch him now. Always close to the edge is Alex. And, look at him really trying hard. Oh, the line for the first position.
1:12.8.
But just those 2/10. I'm not sure if it's enough to beat Camelander, but the pressure is now rolled back to Camelander. A teammate comes out and gives them a big hug. Good job, and that's a guaranteed second and third for the Italians. The only person that can upset them is Camelander. Camelander was a 12.45.
This is it. The last male race of the season.
It hasn't been beat.
You believe it's the last run of the season?
Well, it's certainly the last men's run. See, picks up for a 10th per sec, 0.36. On track, bar mistake here. I am holding breath, bar mistake. I am jumping up here, bar mistake. Camera. I think this is his first championship. So this is really bad. I am today. Home is just a touch. Baz is telling me it's his home track too, so any betting plan would not bet against it. So this is going to be a showcase all the way to the finish. On the ice.
Here we go, Eddie. This is it.
And it's his big. Smashes it. Oh! Yeah, makes.
Wow.
Champion. That's the one he wanted. This season, of course, he was denied a 5th straight victory in the World Cup, and look how much that means to him. And I could have it.
Oh, he's really pushed.
He did, and that makes up for it. Wow, you can see how much it means to him. She's the Iceman, but when it shows the emotion.
I made me cry as well.
That means a lot to him.
He's all blessed, don't you?
It's a little them though, and with the man of his quality, that's the big one. The harder one to win is the World Cup, to put that all together, but it's he has been untouchable over the last few seasons, and this is one he really with the pressure counted.
Just incredible. Again, Umhausen has just that racing to us. It's been edge of your seat stuff, and believe me, we've been on the edge of our seats sat back in the UK and Lincolnshire. What a great track! It absolutely spectacular. There we go, your top 10 coming in there. Thomas Camelander, what a fantastic second place. Patrick Michael Chuck in 5th position. Couldn't have faulted that race today. Absolutely. I didn't know if I was going to keep any here.
Well,
you're super excited.
I think the person that could have said it today was Alex Group. Alex tried it. The camera was on top. Thank you, guys. It's home track, and it was his to lose really today, and that's what I can see. Good to see, really.
Yeah, no, actually, it's absolutely what I mean. They train so hard and see the effort, and that's what's so great about this track. the imagery that we've been receiving is bloody, sorry, it's really hard work.
Apologies.
It's really hard work, and I don't think sometimes you can see that and the effort in. You know, there's such athletes. It's just amazing to see the good imagery. So really.
Bewusst, aber ist so ein großer Favorit gewesen. Dass das alles anmeistert, hat wirklich grandios geleistet. Wir schon im ersten Lauf, wir haben voll unter Druck gesetzt, deswegen geschenkt haben wir überhaupt nicht. Ich bin mit meiner Leistung ganz zufrieden. Ich habe 2 super Live vorgelegt, das Material hat super gepasst und deswegen waren das richtig fähige Wettkämpfe.
Das war ein Hundertstel-Krimi dann, zwischenzeitlich eine Hundertstel vorne. Haben Sie das mitbekommen?
Nein, ich habe nicht mitgekriegt. Klar, in einem Lauf schleichen sich halt wieder so kleine Fehler rein. Das passiert, aber da tut man als Athlet konsequent weiterfahren, dass man sich vorgenommen hat, probieren umzusetzen. Und das ist mir dann auch in Untertalen auch noch gut gelungen.
Und jetzt im Teambewerb Angriff auf die Goldmedaille?
Da wird ein richtiger Angriff auf die Goldmedaille sein, ja.
Danke, viel Erfolg.
Danke.
Ja, Alex Gruber.
Passt so. Ja, Patrick Pignetter, Bronzemedaille. Alle Ziele erreicht heute?
Ja, ich muss sagen, ich bin sehr zufrieden. Ich muss auch gratulieren, den Thomas, er ist der würdige Weltmeister. Da in Umhausen auf seiner Heimstrecke, ich weiß, welcher Druck das ist, Heimweltmeisterschaft, und dass er das halt so hingekriegt hat. Wirklich Gratulation. Ich muss sagen, mit meiner Leistung bin ich sehr zufrieden und dritter Platz, eine weitere WM-Medaille. Ja, sehr zufrieden.
Also das Fazit der WM definitiv ein positives nach dem Titel gestern?
Natürlich, mit dem WM-Titel in Doppelsitzer, heute den dritten Platz. Logisch hat man mal nachgedacht schon, man will ja auch gewinnen. Und, aber nein, wenn ich heute ins Ziel umgekommen bin, muss ich sagen, bin ich sehr zufrieden gewesen. Und das passt so.
Man hat schon gesehen im Ziel, als Thomas Kammerlander ins Ziel gekommen ist, haben sich alle mitgefreut, selbst auch Sie und Ihr Teamkollege Alex Gruber, die nur auf 2-3 gelandet sind. Ist eine große Familie.
Ja, natürlich. Wir halten alle zusammen, wir Naturbahnrodler. Ich muss auch sagen, Umhausen, so eine tolle Weltmeisterschaft, das ist für unseren Sport sicher was Tolles. Und auch im Hinblick auf Olympia, wo wir ja hinwollen, 2026 war das sicher der richtige Schritt. Und ich glaube, so müssen wir in den nächsten Jahren mit den Veranstaltungen vorlegen.
Ja, definitiv. Gratulation.
Danke.
Knapp hat's nicht gereicht, 17 Hundertstel. Wo waren denn die ausschlaggebend im Lauf?
Der liegt ganz klar, die 17 Hundertstel im ersten Lauf in der vorletzten Kurve begraben. Bin dort bei der Einfahrt hängen geblieben und leider Gottes recht eine weite Linie gefahren und habe so gut wie gar keinen Schwung mitgenommen. Also da wäre richtig was nach vorn gegangen. Also da liegt definitiv die Medaille begraben.
Und es war große Freude zuerst über die Führung, dann gleich natürlich doch nur der 4. Platz.
Naja, natürlich. Also es ist ganz schwierig jetzt schon zu fahren. Es sind sehr viele Wellen drinnen. Ich war froh, dass ich mal einen guten Lauf verrunden habe. Und man sieht, es sind wirklich Nuancen, was da jetzt da entscheiden und Hundertstel. Und ja, ich blicke zwar auf eine sehr gute Saison zurück, aber jetzt mit dem 4. Platz auf ist doch ein bisschen, ja, schreit noch mehr.
Definitiv, und wir geben direkt zur Siegerehrung. Okay. Danke, Michel.
Ja,
more time, congratulations to the medalists. Nochmals herzliche Gratulation an die Medaillengewinner. Das war die Entscheidung hier bei uns im Einsitz. Der neue Weltmeister kommt aus Österreich, Thomas Kammerlander. Die Silbermedaille geht an Alex Gruber, Italien. Und Bronze für Patrick.
Ja, die Goldmedaille für
Ich habe Gott sei Dank in meiner Karriere schon viele schöne Momente gehabt, aber natürlich eine Heimweltmeisterschaft daheim und die zu gewinnen ist etwas Großes und etwas Einzigartiges und das darf nicht jeder Sportler erleben und ich bin froh, dass ich einer davon bin, der das einmal miterleben darf.
Man hat auch viel Erleichterung gesehen. Stimmt das?
Ja, es war natürlich sehr viel Erleichterung. 2 Jahre darauf hingearbeitet. Der einzige Titel, der mir noch fehlt, sind Stange alle Farben, keine Ahnung was alles. Und das hat halt noch gefehlt. Der Druck von außen ist natürlich auch immer höher geworden. Danach die Verschiebung hat sich das alles noch länger ausgezogen. Dann habe ich ein bisschen gezweifelt, dass es in 2 Wertungsläufen entschieden wird. 3 war feiner gewesen, aber heute bin ich natürlich froh, dass es unter 2-mal erledigt ist.
Und nach dem ersten war es doch recht knapp. Wir haben danach darüber gesprochen. Ab wann warst du dir sicher, dass du gewinnst?
Ja, sicher war ich meist auf der Ziellinie, aber ich habe auf der Zielgeraden darüber nachgedacht und ich habe gemerkt, dass es eine super Fahrt war. Also es müsste schon reichen. Aber sicher kann man sich immer erst auf der Ziellinie sein und ja, eine Riesenerleichterung.
Und jetzt, wie angesprochen, alles gewonnen. Was gibt es noch für Ziele?
Puh. Die Ziele, ja, das schauen wir jetzt einmal. Die Frage, auf die alle hinaus wollen, ob das jetzt das Karriereende war, das weiß ich noch nicht. Das will ich auch heute nicht entscheiden. Jetzt lassen wir mal den Sommer kommen und dann werden wir nächstes Jahr sehen, ob ich noch ein Jahr dranhänge oder nicht.
Und dann herzliche Gratulation und viel Spaß auch beim Feiern.
Danke.
Welcome back to Umhausen, the 23rd World Championships, and we come to the team event held last time, I believe, by the Austrians. So we're on Austrian soil. Can they do it again?
Yeah, just beautiful pictures there showing you Umhausen. Then this morning, -17's lows off, but I think they're at -11 today. The track's looking good. There we go. As I speak, 955 meters long with a vertical drop of 12.6 degrees and 8 curves, bends or corners, as I keep saying, however you wish. The track is looking amazing. It's brought some really, really good racing in the last 2 days. So sad to say, it's our last race of the season now with the teams. Always a good event to watch, and it's definitely, as I said, brought us some fantastic racing. 8 teams then up in the team championships. So we have Serbia, Poland, Germany, Slovenia, Austria, Ukraine, Italy, and Russian Luge Federation.
Like it, Claire, like it. Love that little graphic, shows the squiggly line. They stop for a tea break halfway down. No, it certainly does on our screen.
Yeah. Well, there is an incident where we can't see on the track. Maybe it's there.
Yeah.
Where we can't see where it's going wrong.
They have trouble getting through that bit.
Yeah, there's a part that we just haven't been able to see whether we've lost on. Oh, we're off already with Team Serbia then, up on track at the moment.
Yeah, they're fast. They're not even waiting for us.
Yeah,
they're just getting on with it.
Nina and Luca. So Nina and Luca out on the last World Cup Championship in Las France. They pipped Team GB, to the 10th position, which is their best position that they've held.
The Brits.
Yep, so Team GB was made up of Sam, Bud, and Josh and Kelly. And unfortunately, we weren't able to make it out. But yeah, they were the ones that pipped us to would have been our best position with that team makeup.
Yeah, with that team makeup,
Yep.
we have got 5th. We did stand on the edge of the podium at one stage, so that's our claim to fame there. So, but yeah, you can see the split screen real good. You see the gates open there as she crosses the line, and next up on track is Luka Nova.
So Nina there, she did a 1.2572. So as you see the team event then, slightly different. You'll see the female go first, and then as she's over the line, the gate will open. And the gate is a really good introduction to the sport. We like that, don't we?
Yeah, it's good. And of course, we've seen that with the parallel where obviously what it says at the tin, drivers start together and have a parallel short track, essentially, of the slopes, ski slopes. But none this year due to pandemic. Everything's been very compressed, but the same style as you said, Claire, there with the gates opening. And again, if you touch the gates, it invokes a penalty. It used to be 5 seconds. I think it's something around the same, but of course you get that penalty in the sport, and that's you out.
Yeah, so you see slightly slower times and individual times because of the gate, so they're not able to do the push forward.
Yeah,
back.
and to actually Tina Unterberger, because when commentary mentioned that she was looked like she was off pace, but of course that was all down to the start. We did say that though to defend ourselves there was a slightly. But thank you, Tina. It's good to know that the athletes are keeping us
coming over the line there with a combined time of 2:46.27. So that sees the end of their season safely over the line. A big smile there and a great team effort once again. Up next then for Poland, Julia Chloe. Julia's big smile on her face there.
This is her last run. Hey, you got to enjoy it. That's the main thing. And again, they're poised, and you've the same thing with the start, and you don't get the forward and back motion to get away, which is why the starts, you can see the difference in timings there. You see her big shove off the line there. She was going a little bit squirrely out. It's again the upright position is really difficult to keep that sled in a straight line.
And so only one run as well for the team events. If you tuned in before, obviously for the men's, it was a combined time of 2 races, but this is just on one event. So this will determine our champions, team champions.
Yes, just looking at my telemetry here, it's slightly different coming through to us, and it's in the colour red now. Not sure if that means we're slightly behind the dry curve.
Looks like she's P1 at the moment.
Yeah, I was going to say she's her graphics shown as P1, so let's go with that.
Yeah, so she has a time of Nina's to beat of a 1:25.72. See how she does when she comes over the line, ready for a teammate, Simon Jan, to go after her.
She's doing all right here on track. Oh, big slide there, but it's lost a bit of speed. She just come in there using the sled as a brake almost. You've seen her, she just put a little bit too much in, but don't blame her. When you're coming in hot, you need to get the thing pulled up some way. Oh, look at that bumps through to the finish there as you come through the corner. Poised now to go over the line.
Yeah, with a 1:20.18. So she had 5 seconds in hand of her, obviously, Serbian counterpart, Nina.
The Polish slider up now, quickest of the policemen. He's out and running, and a good start by him, actually.
Yeah, so we've seen the team event in different guises, haven't we? So they've done it with doubles previously as well, but obviously that negates some of the teams. So this year they've obviously kept it just to a female and a male slider.
Yeah, you're quite right, Leigh, and again, it's very difficult to get doubles competitors. Doubles is quite a tricky sport to master, and if it all goes wrong in doubles, it can be quite horrendous.
Catastrophic.
Yeah, so only really good drivers they always recommend for the doubles setup. And a very brave person that sits on behind. And,
thanks, Eddie. See, he's trying to butter me up today.
Yeah, got to try your best.
Yeah, and just adding to Baz, a big shout out to Baz. Yeah, we can't wait to get back on the ice. Unfortunately, GB and our natural luge team have not been on the ice this year. So
everybody missing it, aren't they? Really missing
it.
Just it. Jan, a little bit.
Simon, Jan, is his name. Simon,
yeah,
Simon coming across with a 2:42.10, so puts him into first position there. Up next then, Team Germany with Lisa Walsh and Simon Dietz. Lisa up first then to beat the time of Julia, who did a 1:20.18 to put them in good stead. Hopefully put them into first position. This is the 3rd team down the track. As I said, 8 teams. Good to see 8 teams out on track today. It's poised there, ready to go with a big one pull forward, rather than the backwards and forward motion that you would have seen in the in the singles races.
I'm sure back through others sort of back into the females, but Lisa.
Lisa's been so solid, hasn't she? Again, she's the
junior champion, and she is laying it down, looking good here on track, and yeah, looks fast and safely leading the field at this stage. Oh, look at her through there. That's German team actually looking to get on the podium here today. They'll have a tough ask because the Russians will upset them. Austrians and Italians, the favourites here. Oh, see that, Claire? She's just got that range. Giving me a little bit of a scare there. I thought she was going a little bit late, but keeps it on, and nicely done there out of the corner. I don't know that she needed the hand there. She was ready through the corner, a little bit late reflexes, but
style marks for you, Eddie. That's what she's trying to do.
That's it. But looking good so far.
Yeah, again, just a shout out about the pictures. The pictures have been absolutely awesome here at Umhausen, showing you just what the track has to offer, and it's offered some great racing today.
Good finish there, nice and neat, tucked in all the way down through, nicely over the line. Oh, he's ready,
1:17.73. Yeah, this green run there on the first run. As I said, the fastest female of the 3 to have gone so far was 2018 Julia.
Simon Dietz there. I couldn't see him. He was that tucked in, but he appeared there when the gates opened, and he's on track, and he won for the German team. So looking good, and like that electric yellow, did they call it, Claire, nowadays? That colour, it just really 80s, looks quick. It's 90s probably. We'll give it,
You're
80s,
older than
90s.
I am, so I'll make you let you have that.
I'd say it looks cool. This is from my era.
I don't, but there we go.
Pulls it a little bit out there and scrubs off a bit too much speed, I would say. But still very hot pace here from the Germans. Again, hugs that corner a little bit tight.
Still
all the way through there. So, yeah.
P1 at the 3rd split there. Unfortunately, we haven't got a hat. We're not able to see,
does it again, just goes in way too hard, and the pressure of this team event there, he just really slided that sled a little bit too much, just trying too hard, you can see that. So the Germans really struggling on the split this runs together. So he does it again, breaks away, so some sort of problems there, whether the sled's not reacting as well as you'd like. But
over the line, though, in the first position with 2.3863.
One feels that they could have done better there. Not his best run, but Simon over the line safely. Next up, Claire.
Yeah, so we have Nika and Blas.
Slovenian team. Slovenian have a very strong team this year. They should go well. They look really nice and neat all the way down through the lines from all their competitors. So expecting to see a nice clean run here.
Yeah, so she wants to put them in good stead. She needs to beat Lisa's good time of a 1:17.73.
Slow off the mark there, but not want to touch those gate and pick up any penalties. So plan for her, but just looking now down through third position. So like we said, that start not just the most explosive out, but can she make up time all the way down through? German team will be hard to beat here. Germans lying in first, followed by the Poles, then Serbia in third position. Oh, a little bit tight there. On characteristics, she's been neater. Looks like the pressure on this team event for everybody. Mistakes, in there, over and across, just tailing that sled out that little bit, and yeah, a little bit messy from everybody so far. It just shows you when your teammate and your team's watching you, the pressure does pile on these people. And back in third position, so we're still ebbing ahead here of and Germans.
I think as well, Eddie, you put World Championship into the mix as soon as you say World Champion.
Exactly,
and
with 8 teams, you really want to get a good place, and all the way out to the line. Double screen. Let's see the start. I'll get here from
1:23 over the line. I think that in third so fast. Let's see what Blas McKenna can do to make up that. Blas obviously done today, also done the doubles yesterday. He's
got plenty of time.
Very
good there. All the way through, still third, so he's got time to make up here. No split times coming up for us in this one, so you have to go what we see on the screen and just position markers. All happening very fast as we through. Lovely camera there. Just down there. It was a very tight line, but he set himself up the right corner there going through. Had to think left and right there. Get excited. This is a better run here from Blas. He's keeping it all nicely in check, but still lagging in third position. See if they can make up any places. Next breaks. That sled and Brian cutting the back. You can see it there, using the back of the sled to break in as well. So leave those breaks uber late and
see that sled jumping down
there through that. Nicely done. Has he made up any places? It's going to be tight here between third and second. Yes, gets into second. Thought he had looked good. Well done. That was a really good slide there. Well done, Blas.
Yeah, Germany there still in the lead. Up next, then the Austrian team, Tina Ansberger and Thomas Kamalander. What a combination, Eddie. This should be explosive. We expect to see them.
Third, Tina was the world champion for Kamalander. So this is going to be certainly a podium run, but they hold the team world title. Can they retain? Start there for Tina. She's no stranger to this competition. She stepped up many times before. Pressure should get away. Should see a nice slick run there. Nicely tucked back, first position as we'd expect. Very fast, actually on track. Good pictures come to us here. Tina, she's just nice and in control. Just rides them bumps very, very nicely. Tongue right there, maximum concentration. Doesn't get too anxious at all, knows exactly where she wants to be in the track, lies back out of that corner, nicely done, Tina. Touches those brakes then, really puts in that sled, set up for the next corner. The important thing, that's the speed out here that she wants, and that's not too shabby at all, Claire. That bird, and keeps that going all the way out. Oh, a little bit there, she's trying to get out the speed, that's a little bit tight from her likings there, but runs the ice and keeps it going. Touches the board a little bit. On track, she'll I'm not excited too much. Of course, the ice there just track her a little bit. Yeah, she just catches it here ever so slightly, maybe not as fast as she'd like through there, but very difficult. These bumpy tracks to polish everything every time, and over the line, good start.
117 over the line, so well in. So let's say when she just picks the German 117.
Right, so the start there, coming after, he's been on stop second and quicker than anybody else. We knew he could pop some really quick times here, but of course, like we said, Claire, the start here, you just away, but still, Cameron capable of anything up to a 114, even with the poor starts here. So really stick. And I'm sure, that I'll tell you what, kept that fast. Home track, thank you, Baz, for reminding me of that. So if anyone knows this track, this man knows it, grew up on it, and
Amazing to
will
watch.
know every curve like the back of his hand. And
Flying.
like to bet against this pairing, really. But
look at that picture, the slow-mos there.
Yeah.
Wow, he's working that slow.
And look at the face, just it's almost asleep.
Incredible.
Yeah, oh, perfect down through there, and look at that, nice and straight. Just we got ice a couple of times there.
Over line at
to get
2-3-1-7-1. Yep.
Yeah, straight into first position. Oh, nearly nearly 7 seconds in the lead. That is an absolute stonking effort. Up next, though.
Next, then we have Ukraine. Yeah, so Anastasia and Moroslav up next. So yeah, sorry, it was me writing down, and I thought all of a sudden that Germany beat them. I thought that can't be correct. So they did a 2-3-8, I think. And is that right?
Yeah.
6-3. So yeah, so Austrians then to beat with a 2-3-1-7-1 combined time.
It's going to ask the Europeans. Championships so far, looking really neat there. That was nicely done. Really good track positioning for these athletes all the way through this competition. Yeah, good start. So that's exactly where she is, P1, but can she went always looked good, nice through here, hasn't faltered all the way through. So nicely done.
Whoa!
They're taking it through the Germans, and the Germans now lagging behind. So this is a absolute Lanko will have his work cut out to keep the team ahead here. Ooh, just slipping back ever so slightly. Lisa Welsh pushing it. But you can tell you what, Anastasia is trying everything here to keep ahead, and yeah, that just cost her a little bit of time. You can see there she needed to get across, not the optimum way through the nation, but tries to get it back up the time. Certainly will be in third position. Not sure if she can pick up anything yet.
119.9 over there.
The insider tries to let back. Maybe a little bit too tight there. Could have just went in a little bit deeper into that corner there. A little bit too anxious to see now if he can keep his cool all the way down through.
Austrians to know that they're going to be on the podium then.
Yeah, well, they want to retain there. It's a win there after. So
yeah, Anastasia, of course, she started well. She'll be looking back at that to see that she was in first position.
Yeah, well, she started off as well as she could have. She got a blistering start, and that's the way to do it. And of course, they're just slightly lagging behind the Germans at this stage. Trying his best here to make up as much time. Of course, Simon Dietz, maybe not the sharpest run that he's had. So what can Mastislav Lanko do here? Can he get really steer down the line? Let's have a look and see. Certainly he's tried his best and does it. I said it was that is a really good slide there. He'll be so stoked with that. Yeah.
Well, but he will. I'm saying overall.
I think it is.
Yeah.
My maths just quickly looking there. Uh, just on a second. So Italy, the big guns come up.
Yep, here we go then. Evelyn on track now. She has absolutely had a fantastic season, and yesterday was crowned.
Yeah, she's world champion, and Alex Gruber, number 2 in the world now, was 2 times world champion. But you've got to say, a formidable team, and with the pace that here.
Yeah, this is what she goes over the line. Obviously, Tina's time was the fastest of the girls so far with a 1:17.58. So that just gives you a marker to go by when Evelyn.
Just watching. Well, I'm not expecting to see any mistake. And we Katarina finished second tour. So you have to say the favourites here are the Italians, and looking good at this time. P1 safely for Evelyn, as you expect. Oh, look at that there. If you want to know how to tick that corner, just look in.
She's just been awesome.
All season. And you see her with her body, like just right through. It's just effortless.
Whoa!
Just right out. Just shows you she's going right max chat.
There we go. Then over the line with a 1:50.53 ready. That is she is 2 seconds faster than Tina.
So good.
You're getting so excited. Siri is even.
My Siri, I've even activated Siri. Go away. And all going off here in
We're
commentary.
on the edge of our seats here and watching Alex go down. He had such a great run earlier today.
And Alex always very spectacular. So we say this last year. Not see that steady go, Alex. Keep holding check, and he really helped a nice time through there, looking good. So not expecting the Italians. Look, he's still pushing into first position.
Yeah,
this is really close.
The Italians
to the wire. Has Italy done enough? We know that this last section that we don't see on camera sometimes can cause an error. So let's just keep the fingers crossed all the way. We have that. Nice team race. Oh, see, Vic just seems to catch it. Yeah, there's first position. It's going to be close. They're going to be stoked. They're going to be absolutely stoked. Wow.
Well, Eddie, 2.2971 against 2.317.
That is just unbelievable. 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I said on paper they were the fastest, and they just ripped up.
Well, I said, Edmund gave a fantastic 2 seconds quicker than Tina going down. So
that's an advantage.
She had it there.
Alex Gruber will look at that and go, why didn't I have done that and retain my world championship?
Up next, then the last goes Team Russian Luge Federation up on track. So we have Katarina.
Correct. Yes. World stakes here, so we expect to see a good time in the best of starts for Katarina. Can she make up more going through? You'd expect to see here at least P3 into the next split. Just keeping an eye. Of Tina up at this stage. She's looking. Alexander Yugarov can lay down some good time, so it's going to be really tough for the Austrians to go on to that second position. I'm not sure Russians enough for first here, but is the athlete that can, and she'll be given it. So really good to have the Russians here finishing. Good to see what they can do. Still second position.
She was quicker than Tina. Tina was 1:17.58.
Always starts second position, still Zealand, that can't he build anything. Cameron Anderher was just unbelievable, but Alex Cooper stopped down here. Has he got enough to stay ahead of Cumberland? Can he trouble the Italians at the front? Catching the Italians staying in front of the Austrians.
And I think he was the fastest male going down.
Yeah, as you'd expect. He is the Russians, but a podium position at this stage, and I can't see them losing that. Can they claw their way back into second? Real tight line into there. Out and no, nothing for trying. He's trying to aim everything in pole position. Really good effort from the Russians.
The Team Russian Luge Federation then coming in third position.
That was really close. 1 point second. Wow. The Austrians. So pretty close in the end. Over 2 runs, especially the type of starts they've got.
So, hey, Eddie, we couldn't have asked more for the closing race here at Umhausen. Absolutely the racing reaction we wanted for our last race of the season. Upsetting to say because we haven't even been iced this year. This is going to just bring up your top, obviously, the 8 positions on screen. Hopefully coming up now, giving you your placing. There we go then. Italy, Austria, Russian Luge Federation, Ukraine, Germany, Slovenia, Poland and Serbia. So good effort from all. Shame not to have Team GB up there. Just before this goes off, I'd really like to say a big thank you to the Phil. What an amazing season they put on due to all the restrictions.
Ja, der ist logisch auch sehr hoch angesehen. Das ist eine zweite Chance, die wir noch kriegen bei unserem Sport. Und ja, es ist wunderschön, auch mit Hund zu nehmen.
Also 2 Sekunden Abstand, das ist eine Welt.
Ja, das ist wirklich eine Welt. So viel Wert habe ich mir nicht gedacht. Irgendwie ist die Evelyn wird richtig anzecken und schon mal etwas ausarbeiten. Und dann habe ich immer gerechnet, ja, ein bisschen ist der Kami vielleicht schneller wie, aber nein, 2 Sekunden ist überraschend viel und deswegen sehr gute Leistung.
Ja, ich glaube, es waren 600, die sie auf Kammerland noch verloren haben.
Ja, nein, ein super Lauf, das man gehabt. Ich habe wirklich auch zusammengerissen. Es ist eben, gegenüber seinen Mannschaftskollegen muss man da wirklich schauen, super Leistung zu zeigen, weil man fährt ja nicht für sich selber, sondern für das Team und deswegen ist da vielleicht der Druck da, wo man es besonders gut machen will.
Jetzt waren es doch auch die Weltmeisterschaften der Südtiroler und Südtirolerinnen vor allem. Wie wird heute noch gefeiert?
Ja, heute wahrscheinlich nicht mehr ganz viel. Dank Corona darf man es ja leider einmal nicht, aber das holen wir sicher noch.
Und eine tolle Saison, die jetzt zu Ende geht.
Ja, genau, super.
Selbst auch zufrieden mit der Saison?
Ja, jetzt die letzte Woche hat mich noch ein bisschen außergerissen, dann eigentlich alles auf die Weltmeisterschaft hin gut eingestellt. Deswegen bin ich eigentlich sehr zufrieden mit meiner Saison.
Danke und herzliche Gratulation.
Danke.
Bronze im Teambewerb, was hat das für einen Stellenwert?
Ja, wir sind sehr glücklich. Vielleicht ein bisschen Fehler haben am Start nicht so gut gemacht bei Tour und ja, und andere Bahn ist sehr gut für mich.
Jetzt haben Sie doch knapp auf die Silbermedaille, da wäre vielleicht noch etwas möglich gewesen?
Я понял. Я думаю, что 3-е место для нас это хороший результат, потому что Австрия и Италия достаточно сильные команды. Но мы постарались, что могли, то показали.
Ja, ist Österreich und Italien genau stimmt, das sehr starke Mannschaft und ja, aber wir machen alles mit Material, mit Training und das ist sehr gut für uns.
Ja, herzliche Gratulation zur Bronzemedaille.
Danke.
Bitte nicht auf die Ortsanlage gehen, gell?
Team Competition. 23. Fil-Weltmeisterschaft im Rennrodeln auf Naturbahnen. Die offizielle Flauzeremonie des Teambewerbs. In third place, auf dem dritten Platz, representing Russian Luge Federation, vom russischen Rollverband, Ekaterina Lanteva und Alexander Egorov. In second place and winner of the silver medal, auf dem zweiten Platz und Gewinner der Silbermedaille, Team Austria, Team Österreich mit Tina Unterberger und Thomas Kammerlander. Winner and World Champions 2021. Sieger und Weltmeister 2021 im Teambewerb. Team Italy, Team Italien mit Evelyn Lanthaler und Alex Gruber. Und meine Damen und Herren, zum letzten Mal an diesem Wochenende. Zu Ehren der Sieger jetzt die Nationalhymne Italiens. Now in honor of the world champions, the national anthem of Italy. Herzliche Gratulation, one more time. Congratulations to all of the winners of these World Championships.
Ja, kann man echt sagen, der Klassiker. Wir werden jetzt dann in Kürze noch die Highlights auch ansehen.
Zweifache Medaillengewinner, Tina Unterberger. Jetzt die zweite Medaille. Heute Silber gewonnen oder Gold verloren?
Also ehrlich muss man sagen, das ist Silber gewonnen. Also die Italiener waren in einer bestechenden Form. Man hat es auch gestern schon gesehen, der Evelyn käme da nicht nach. So ehrlich muss man sein. Der Thomas hat die Kohlen nur mal richtig angeraucht. Ist weltmeisterlich gefahren. Das muss ich auch noch mal gratulieren zum Einzeltitel. Und na wirklich eher Silber gewonnen als wie Gold verloren.
Und Thomas, heute ein fast perfekter Tag.
Ja, logisch. Weltmeister und Vize-Weltmeister im Team. Ich glaube, voll mit Teambewerb mehr wo nicht drinnen, wie die Tina gesagt hat, so ehrlich muss man sein. Aber wie auch schon gesagt hat, der Russen muss man am erst in Schach halten und deswegen mit dem Vize-Weltmeister wäre ich zufrieden.
War noch Spannung da nach dem Weltmeistertitel?
Ja, na schon. Es gibt auch eine Medaille zu vergeben. Also die Spannung war schon noch da und mir war auch bewusst, wenn Italien vielleicht einen Fehler macht, dann ist der Titel auch absolut möglich und deswegen haben wir uns nochmal voll fokussiert und haben aber im Vize-Weltmeister gewonnen, so muss man sagen.
Und für Sie persönlich auch eine sehr erfolgreiche Weltmeisterschaft mit 2 Medaillen.
So wie die Saison angefangen hat, ist das eigentlich die Krönung. Auf jeden Fall. Wir haben gerade nachgerechnet, 2017 sind wir Teamweltmeister geworden. Vielleicht geht sich das nächste Mal noch mal aus.
Ganz genau, dabei viel Erfolg und Dankeschön.
Dankeschön.
Danke.
Und damit lässt